But
Okay.
I mean, the top tier
I don't
guys
know.
are the
I don't
prize.
play those games. It's equal playing field or get off.
Virgins are the prize. That's about it. When you get a
Until
virgin,
she
that's
can't
very
arch her
rare.
back.
See, that's
Niggas
the thing.
don't care about
And that's
that.
the- and that's where you
Until
guys-
she can't make.
Guys
She
don't care
can
about
learn.
that.
She does. A
Yeah,
woman does not
anything.
need 100 guys to have good experience. She can learn from just having sex with that same guy she's been having sex with for 10 years.
But he can be a in order to show her all the tricks that she needs
Well,
to know.
the difference is because men want a woman with inexperience so he can show her the world, and women want a man with experience so she can be showed the world. So we look for two different things. Attraction isn't symmetrical, which means that what you look for in a man, he isn't looking for the same thing in you. It's asymmetrical. You get what I'm saying? So men, if we're really being honest, now, if we're just looking for, a hot little fling, then it's like, okay, let's wild out. But if we're looking for a long-term relationship, we'll actually take the chick that has no experience at all because that's purity. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's pure. And then not only... and then
multiple.
One, yeah, she's.
Tell her what to do.
Not. It isn't telling her what to do. You won't even have to tell her what to do. She would just follow what you do.
She's green. She has no clue about the world.
That is not clueless.
Yeah.
No. That's different because think about it. The reality is this: when a man gets with a woman, like you're trying to put it like shame, like she's clueless. You're trying to like shame the inexperienced woman.
No, I'm
You
just
wasn't?
saying. No. I'm saying like if you're gonna talk about a virgin or a girl, typically she's probably going to be like 22 or under, so she's green. She has no clue about the world. She doesn't know herself.
Okay, do you think that's
She's
a positive thing or a negative thing?
It's a neutral thing. She's a young girl. She needs to learn herself. I didn't know myself when I was 22.
No, you don't need to know yourself. You need to be taught yourself.
By
so the
who?
thing is this.
By who?
By your man,
No.
the man that you choose.
No.
So here's the thing, right? I'll just share this perspective and then I want to get y'all take on it. When a woman is living at home with her parents, she's a young girl and stuff. If she comes from a nuclear family, she's obeying what her father says. The father says, no, honey, you have to be in at this certain time. She obeys her father. She doesn't say, oh, father, you're insecure. No, she's not thinking that her father is insecure when the father sets standards. Listen, when a father sets standards and has boundaries for his daughter, the daughter isn't looking at the father like he's being controlling or he's being insecure. The daughter looks at the father like he loves me and he's trying to protect me. You get it? So the thing is, when you are a girl living under the roof with your father, when you leave out his household and you get with a man, that man becomes your father. And his standard and his guidelines and the boundaries that he sets, that's what you follow. That's how it works.
She didn't like the word father.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. Like that man, think about it, ladies. No. You want the man to protect and provide for you in a relationship. You do. Your father was protecting and providing for you before you got into the relationship. Your father and that man that you're with, they got the same mind. All niggas basically think alike. So when a man sets standards in a relationship and has some boundaries and say, hey, don't wear that, girl. You're not hanging with those friends. That's the same thing that your father was telling you. You're not hanging out with those people. They bad. They smoke drugs. Oh, you better be in the house at this time. Your father is telling you this because he loves you and he's protecting and providing for you. When your man has these boundaries and set these standards for you, it's the same. He becomes your new father.
No.
He becomes your new father. That's facts.
When you get into biblical
perspective.
Yep. God is your father, and the next person that comes after that is the man.
Okay.
And
True.
then the woman. And
Okay, she's thinking.
So I mean, I feel like in a household, should the man think about the woman when he makes his decisions? I think slightly. I think he should put her into perspective because he loves her. That's part of loving her. But end all be all, I do agree with a man being the head of the household, a man, making those rules.
So real quick, and you want a traditional relationship. It seems like you want a traditional relationship because you don't want the man to cheat. You think that people should respect themselves. Mm-hmm. You seem like you have some morality within you, right?
Yeah,
for sure. And I sense that as well.
Yeah.
I sense that you want a traditional relationship. Yeah. So if you want a traditional relationship, what I'm saying shouldn't hurt you. It should wake you up to the fact that your father was your father. He has standards and guidelines. Your man that you choose when you leave your father's house, essentially, he becomes your new father.
That's where I don't like it.
In the sense of
That's where I don't like it. I want the man to be a great father to my children and be the head of the household and all of those traditional things, but to call the man my new father.
Yeah, I told you she didn't like the word father.
You just didn't like
mean-
what
she
I'm
just
saying.
means
is
that- I got
the
you.
same.
No.
I got myself. The
She just
same.
doesn't like the word father.
The same
authority.
boundaries.
I just
authority,
don't
right.
like. I don't like to be told like I don't.
But what
like
I'm
that.
saying is the same ideals that your father has for you when you were a little girl under his household. If your man loves you, he's going to have those same ideals as your father had. He's going to want to, protect, provide for you, and make sure you're
but
good.
telling me
So
what to
it's-
wear, probably not.
Well,
I'm not
why
gonna.
did you? Well,
why would I go out and look disrespectful? I wouldn't be wearing assless chaps to go out. Of course
Okay,
not.
but
I'm with
you-
somebody,
Yeah,
You
we're talking
listen-
about women
but-
who dress like that.
Yeah, we're talking about women that dress like that.
and it's not me though.
Yeah, no, we're not speaking about you.
Then
Let's
let
not
it
speak about
fly.
you.
If it don't
Yeah.
apply, let
Yeah.
it fly.
That's why some of this stuff I'm just
Facts.
like it's just shaking my head because I'm just like
Yeah,
absolutely
man.
not.
If it don't apply, truly let it fly.
Yeah.
We speaking in general. Yeah.
I just get.
You had someone had some? Okay. We got a few super chats.
let's
Okay,
read
now
them.
they coming in. Let's get them in.
read 'em, read 'em.
And ladies, have some questions. I want to hear your thoughts and what you are thinking
I
about.
guess I do have a question.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about it
Sure.
since the beginning. Do you really have 3 wives?
No, what? I
Okay,
don't
I'm
got no Shorty funny.
Why you trying to be the fourth?
No?
So you're trying to get recruited. How many wives do you have? No, I'm playing. All right, so we got in here Chris sends in $2. Butterfly tattoos equals former 304. Who got butterfly tattoos?
I have butterfly tattoos. What does
okay.
that mean?
304?
Former.
Oh,
So you ever on the calculator, right? You ever if you write is it what 403
Right.
Okay,
from
okay, I
304,
get it, I get
turn
it.
it upside down, it spells
so
hoe.
I'm gonna explain this
Go ahead.
real quick. I have 3 butterflies for my 3 kids, but since I was little, I've been like a butterfly catcher. I catch butterflies and then like let them go like off a flower. So that's the behind the tattoo.
You see that, Chris? He's not a 304.
for kids. What the heck?
Yeah, he's nice.
Okay, we got Gray Win sends in $5. Okay. As women age, they have to stop looking at what they want and start looking at what they can realistically obtain. Agreed or disagree?
Agree.
Agree. Yeah, if you're 50, I mean,
We ain't hear nothing from you.
Yeah, let's speak
She like,
a little bit. Why a little bit? Why not a lot of bit?
Because your value doesn't necessarily diminish the older you get, just different things about you.
Well, hold on. You gotta look at it from a guy's perspective.
Well, no, I just said different things are valued.
But still, guys, our number one priority is looks. We prioritize looks over anything. We don't care about your money, your personality, how nice you are, how funny you are, how great you dress. We care about looks first. Everything else comes second. So in a man's eyes, as you get older to us, your value slowly starts to go down because you're not getting prettier. You know what I mean? Men, we value looks.
unless you've
we
already,
shouldn't wear makeup.
if you in a relationship with him and you built up, years of history, that's different. We're
Right.
speaking about if you're meeting,
Right, if you're single
you
and-
single and you met a man at 22 versus you single, you meet a man at 42.
It's we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. So now we can either be 50 and have our own bread, or be 50 and hope that you take care of us, but then we're a gold digger if we at 50 expect you to take care of us. So what do you want? You want us to be broke
we
or
don't
bad?
really shame you for being a gold digger. We
Yeah.
just if you are looking for that,
What about
man,
old
that
lady
1%
over
man.
here married 4 times? So if she came to you and said, my last husband bought me titties, so now that they're perky, and then I got a facelift and I'm 50 and I'm bad at 50, but I also want you to provide for me everything, including the 4 kids that aren't yours. Somebody out there, what is he saying is that diminishes. So do you want us to have our own money, or do you want us to be fine? Because if I could quit my job and be at the gym 6 days a week for 4 hours per day and prep my meals and be dainty and fold people's panties, I absolutely would do that. But that's not realistic.
But what we want you to do is stop ending marriages and leaving relationships. 50% of marriages end in divorce, and 80% of people that
And I
initiate
want
the
him to
divorce
stop
are
sticking
women.
his
Yeah, it's 'cause of
dick
cheating.
in
Sorry,
someone
sorry.
else.
Okay, I
Cheating,
think I see what you're saying.
finances.
So you're saying like, well, what does a woman do as she gets older? Because the thing is, it's a double-edged sword.
That's what I'm saying. What comes first? I mean, or what's more important, should I say?
What's more important
Staying with the family?
is very simple. What's more important is
So
women
take my cheating ex-husband back.
is
No.
Yeah. Yes,
What-
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
take a cheat ex-husband back because look, listen, because I'm telling you right now, the older you get, the harder it's gonna be for you for dating and to finding a good guy.
No.
Because, like I said, man, we prioritize looks.
you look like you was in a
So,
relationship
yes.
with Mike. Call Mike back. And his name
Yes,
wasn't Mike.
stick with your man.
No.
Stick with your man. Because
stick
men
with him.
will cheat,
I'd
but we
rather
won't
dig my own
leave you.
grave.
I'm not saying cheating is right, but hey, F it. You chose the guy, so you got it. You made the bed, you laying it.
Yeah,
but stick with your man because the older you get, the harder it is for you to find the guy that you want. Because men prioritize looks over anything. I'm sorry, but that 6'1", 140K, he will always choose a woman that's younger than you and prettier than you and less baggage than you. Period. So you might as well just stick with what you got. Or what you can do is, if you're a young woman, get the best guy that you can, ride it out, do whatever it is you gotta do as a woman, and stay with him. Because once you get older, and especially if you have kids and you're a single mother, it's gonna be even 10 times harder for you. It's
gonna be a little
You ever
harder.
heard of, if you go on YouTube and look up women hitting the wall, it's a whole bunch of women crying, talking about how they wish they would have stayed with their husbands, or they wish that they had kids, or
I've never
something
heard of
along
it.
those
I think
Something
this
along
those
all
lines.
goes back to your perception. You guys are men. You're going to try to give us your perception as us doing these things in order to get y'all. What if why do we have to lower our standards because the man is a prize?
We're not
If
saying
we're
that.
providing and protecting ourselves, not because we want to,
Yeah.
because we're left absolutely no choice. We're literally left either stay with a man because he does these things and you will have X, Y, and Z, or be by yourself, not because I'm happy and I'm having a wonderful time paying all my bills, but I have a little bit of self-dignity left and I'm not willing to lose that over somebody who had no respect for me in the first place. So again, why is the man the prize if he's not willing to reciprocate that you are also the prize? I birthed children for him. I gave him life.
The man is not saying that the man isn't reciprocating, and I get what you're saying. So we're not saying that. The thing is, and the reason why this podcast is popular is because, women don't normally hear this truth. We ain't trying to smash. Most guys that you meet, they trying to smash, so they're going to say whatever to try to make you feel the vibes and just not really try to, they don't want to create any friction or anything. So they're like always walking on thin ice with telling you things. We keep it no Fugazee. We don't care about none of that junk.
They're gonna lie, say
They gonna lie to you and
140K.
say all of these things like, "Oh, girl, listen, girl,
Let me see
you right,
your
girl, you
W-2s.
39 years old. Yeah, you look much better when you was 28." Like they're gonna make up all of these lies and stuff. The thing is very simple. You have to live in reality. That's all we're telling you. So live in reality, and if your standards are, you want a 1% guy, or maybe even less than 1%, because she said she looked it up. So he's a less than 1% guy. All we are saying is, if you find this guy, why would he choose you is the first thing. What's special about you than all of his other options? And then not only that, do you really expect this man to be faithful to you when you left all of these other relationships? They weren't less than 1% guys, were they? No, the men that cheated on you wasn't even less than 1%. Then you want a man that's less than 1%. That nigga is most likely cheating on you.
And so, Sam, if you know that all guys cheat, then you should have just stayed with your husband.
Yeah, you should stay with him.
It was the disrespect. It wasn't the cheating. It was
crazy.
Did he blatantly? I mean, if he blatantly straight
Staying
up
is
disrespect,
crazy.
I said he's crazy.
Okay, well then that's different.
Yeah, that's
Okay, like
Yeah.
obviously don't stay in a relationship if you're being physically
don't
abused.
don't stay with a
That was my
psychopath.
question.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Let me make
That's
that
my
very clear.
question.
No,
I don't know.
because
You had me
She's
scared
the
for a
no,
second.
because I have
The
listen.
neighbor, I just would have
Cooley,
lost
look,
it.
listen, I have a lot of women in my family, and Cooley has a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I wouldn't let my sister be with a guy that's beating on her. So, hell no.
no. First and foremost, he never beat on me.
So thank God. And,
Yeah, that's
and
a
if
good
a guy's like this verbally disrespecting you, then
Never verbally
you don't-
disrespect
You
me
don't
either.
gotta. Then you don't gotta. Then if he's verbally disrespecting you, then leave. Cheating, verbally disrespecting. With marriage, I believe if you're gonna put a ring on it, fellas, don't cheat. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're going to cheat, and it's just.
But it is till death do us part, through rich or poor, through all of that stuff. So it's like
Sickness
But
and health.
you
We're
know,
rich and
but
poor.
bring it back to that. about being abused and verbally abused? Am I supposed to stay in that?
Verbally abused is that's up for debate. That's something
debatable.
else.
All right,
But
let's go.
I'd
Let's
say
go.
you
Let's
could
go
if he's always
Let's
calling
go
like FUB,
physically.
you stupid H, you know what I mean? Get the F out my
So
face.
should you
Up for
keep
debate.
it death to us part until then, or should you do you agree with ending the relationship at a point where it's like severe abuse?
Yeah, of course. If it's
Yeah, abuse?
severe abuse,
Yeah, we don't condone abuse.
we don't condone abuse. But if the nigga done cheated once and you got kids with him, you should try your hardest
Okay, and-
to work it out. That's all I'm saying.
And let's say you did, you went through the steps of going through marriage counseling, of actually
that.
putting in the work, trying. Are you still then a less than woman? Because
Marriage
you
counseling.
split
You need to
up?
go to church.
Did it all.
I went to marriage counseling within a church. I went and talked to a pastor, not like just a psychologist. I mean, at that point, when you go through all the steps, when you try, when you work, and it still doesn't work, I feel like, there has to be a little situational like leniency when it comes to that. I feel like a lot of thinking in this conversation is very black and white.
Yeah, if like the man keeps on doing things and da 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 da, of course, eventually, end it. But like what I'm saying is, women, you get in a state of rumination. So the state of rumination is when it's a pattern where you can't get over of thinking about the traumatic thing that happened to you. You can't get over. It's like, like I can't, I'm just always thinking about it. You're in the state of rumination. It's very foggy. So if you're in that state, that's the state that you need to overcome and get out of, because maybe that guy messed up once. Okay, cool. Well, maybe he can show you that he isn't that guy anymore. But then the thing is, he could be showing you that he's not that guy and he's not cheating on you, but you're in a state of rumination. So everything that comes up, you like, oh, well, you was with that girl, 6 months ago. Oh, you was with that girl, that same situation. It went from 6 months ago. You still bringing it up 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You still bringing the
But
same thing up.
That's
Let
not
it go.
working on it though. That means the woman is not making conscious
I
decisions
agree.
to work on it.
A lot of the situations when men cheat and girls are, and her feelings like that, normally she's in that state of rumination and dwelling on past traumas and stuff
I
like
think
that.
if a guy's cheating on you, I always think it's the girl's fault.
He's funny.
I think it's your fault. Because women think they're perfect. They think they don't make no mistakes. As a matter of fact, let's
That's
go
not
on the
true.
table.
That's not true.
I think
I know exactly what my mistake was.
Most women are oblivious to the mistakes they make in relationships and always blame the man. Men, we know that we effed up, or we know that we ain't.
Who the
You
heck
know
you're
why,
dating,
though?
but
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.